Well, good Monday morning to you, visionaries. I'm so glad that I have a chance to be with you at the beginning of this week because, your week really does depend on you and your attitude. And I know that sometimes we think that it depends on other people's days and how, if they're in a good mood, bad moods, that means our bosses, that means our spouses, that means our, boyfriends, girlfriends, fiancés, relationships, whatever they are, that we sometimes base our own relationships and we base our days and how good they go or how bad they go based on what other people do to us. Meaning, like, if somebody, calls you out on something at work, picks a fight with you, at the gas station. I say that, I don't even know. I've never seen anybody really pick a fight at a gas station. But, at Walmart, at a grocery store, with things being so volatile lately, it's like you see sometimes with people are yelling at you because you don't have a mask on. It's a very legit thing that you actually walk into a place and you forget your mask. I mean, it's not, there might be some people doing it because, they just want to show that they can go without a mask. I don't know. But there are times when it's legit, like, oh gosh, I have no mask, not even in my car, anywhere. But then people start yelling at you. And so, again, that's something that we've never had to deal with before, but we are dealing with it now. And so I just want to encourage you that, you can't go based on how other people make you feel. You got to go based on how you decide how you want your day to be. Like, literally, you decide how you want your day to go. And you can have an attitude of like, look, I don't care what happens. I don't care what is said. I don't care about any of that stuff. I, today, am purposing it in my heart to have a good day, no matter what. And that in itself is going to start your day off very productive. It's like a lot of times people go like, ugh, it's Monday, and it's like, wait, Monday is an amazing day. Because we get a chance to wipe the slate clean, from last Friday, get some rest, get some, fun in your life or whatever, go do something that, that you love to do. And then Monday comes around and that's a day that you can, start fresh again, start new again, which that's exciting. So if you're one of those people that dread Monday, I'd really start changing it up a little bit. I'd start figuring out, why do I feel that way? Why do I think that it's like, ugh? Yeah, I know that there are times when we have certain obligations and we've got, stuff that's due and presentations that are due and, all kinds of, like I said, deadlines and all kinds of responsibility that's put on our plate. But, hello, life is full of responsibility. If you don't have any responsibility, then you might be dead. I don't know how you'd be watching this because that means you would be dead. But it's full of responsibility, and for some reason, I just feel like there's a lot of people out these days that feel like they don't need to have responsibility, and that is a lie. Like, if you want to do anything now, so here's the deal. If you're watching Vision Possible, if you are tuning in and watching any of these teachings, that means that you are on a, you're literally on the road to do something very successful. Like, you're like, I'm going to do something amazing and great. And, something amazing and great is also raising children. For some reason, there's such a bad, people just put so much, a very low value on moms that want to stay home and raise kids. You're like, there's something wrong with that picture. But that's an amazing thing to do. That's like the best thing you can do is that you've got these children that you can literally mold and shape and do whatever it is that you feel each one, their gift and their talent, you can nurture it and make it so that they love what they do. But again, this does not mean there's no responsibility. We got to teach our kids that you have a responsibility no matter what it is, whether you're in elementary school, high school, college, and then when they go out into the workforce. Because if you don't plant that in them early on, I don't know what the world's going to look like, when people don't know how to take on responsibility and are afraid of it. So yes, there's a lot of responsibility, but you can start your day with knowing that responsibility, but being excited about what you have like on your plate that day. Just try it, okay? Just try it. Today is Monday. Try it Tuesday, all right? See what happens. Try it Tuesday. Say, okay, I'm going to have like the best day ever, and I'm going to like enjoy every moment of it. I'm not going to try to rush it. And whatever these meetings are, whatever these, on Zoom or on, I'll tell you something, it's very interesting because now with so much, because Zoom is so popular, it's like that takes up more of your time than the actual meetings would take up your time. It's crazy. The other day, last week, I was on a Zoom meeting from 3 of them, from 10 to 2, 3 different Zoom meetings. That's a lot. But they were exciting. This was about things that, that we're doing and projects that we've got that we're working on and stuff. That's exciting. Yes, it was exhausting, just to have your brain work in so many different ways. And yes, I've got, responsibilities. My gardener, I was at my house. I worked at my house that day and the gardener's at the door, and we've got a dog that has a really bad cough. And so when I'm on Zoom, I've got to keep muting because the dog is coughing. I mean, these are just silly things, but these are all things that can happen and do happen when we are trying to do something that's worthwhile. And so just know that, there is a purpose for your life. And so if you can keep that purpose in your mind, like stay focused on it and don't allow all the cares of the world to try to disrupt your purpose, to try to disrupt who you are and what you have been put on this earth to do. I will never be like, what I do is not going to be what you do, and what you do is never going to be what I do. We might sell dresses, but your shop's going to look better than mine, or different, not better, but just different than mine. We could sell online, computer equipment. Your online store is going to look different than mine. Like there's so many things that we all can do that there's duplication of, but it doesn't mean, hear me out on this, it doesn't mean that yours is not going to matter. Your business is very important in the way that you display it, the way that you run it, the way that you market it, the way that it's just your finesse. It's got your personality in it. That's what's important. In most cases, it's like we want to invest in the people, not always in the project. Yeah, the project might be, or the product might be really great, but I can guarantee you that people are not just investing in your product, they're investing in you. For instance, me, when we are considering investing in something, I want to see the person. Because if the person is shady, but they've got a really good, really great product, and maybe they've got a really good track record, that doesn't thrill me at all. I want to know that person has integrity. I want to know that I can trust that person with my finances. I want to know that anything that I invest in is being invested in the right thing and something that I don't believe in, right? So that's why, we gotta, you want to, do your homework on something like that so that you know what to look for. But also for you, these people are investing in you. What are they investing in? What are you portraying? It's like, people don't realize how the internet has really messed up some opportunities. It could have been photos that you put on 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it is. And now, people will look at that stuff. I know for me, I'm an employer. I'm going to look at your history on social media. I want to know who you are, because during that time, for me, looking at you online and seeing what you post and seeing, if you're gossiping on your posts, I can tell you I won't hire you because I don't want a gossiper in my office. I want someone that is there with a clean heart that wants to just be there and do some amazing things in their life with our company. But I'm not gonna bring on someone that's going to be a detriment. There ain't no way. And so now with the way the internet is, I mean, I don't know any company that wouldn't vet you on social media first. So be careful how you represent yourself. Yep, really important. I want you to think about that. How do you represent yourself? And, I mean, again, like I said, if this is something that, that you feel passionate about and something that you love to do, well, because of your passion and your excitement, you will draw people to you because of the excitement, because it's a well thought out plan. These things that happen overnight, nothing really happens overnight. I want you to know that. I know a lot of people don't believe me or be like, oh no, that was an overnight success. Nothing is an overnight success. No. People work hard for this kind of stuff. And so nothing is just like, oh, that was it. It just took one time and everything was no. And if you do it that way, something's not right with it. So I would be very, very, very careful. And because, like I said, whether you are my age or you're, in your 40s or even in your 20s, and, you're surrounding yourself with people that are not integrous, that's a problem because you'll get lumped together with them. So you always want to make sure that you know who your friends are around you so that you know that if anybody were to, check you out online and to see you with some of these people that you call your friends, that you're going to be okay with them going, oh, so you're friends with so-and-so. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I just want you to know that people are buying you. They're investing in you. They love you. And because they love you and they're investing in you, your product is going to get sold and your product is going to, do amazing things and be like the number one product or whatever it is, or your program or your show or your event or whatever it might be. But just remember, it always comes down to you. Are you likable? Are you a jerk? I mean, seriously, I've had people that were looking for investment and they were just a jerk. And you're like, are they kidding? Like, why would I ever want to do business with someone like that? That is just mean. I know that sounds crazy and you're probably thinking, well, who would do that? At least you would hide it, right? No, this person didn't hide a thing. Thank God they didn't hide anything because we never even got involved with them. And so unfortunately none of their stuff is around anymore, but that was protection for us. And so with that in mind, it's like you have so much to offer into this world. You really do. I mean, my gosh, think about what you can bring to the table of this world. What is it that you have that's specific and that is wonderful, awesome, and that this world is waiting for? Because see, that's what I do. I put the stakes up really high and say, okay, if I don't bring this forward into the world, there will be people suffering and being feeling like they got left out of something because they didn't get fulfilled with the product that you have. Set your stakes high, man. Set your expectations high for what you're doing. Because let me tell you something, if you don't do it, no one else is going to do it for you. You've got to have your expectations high. You've got to have an expectancy for your own business, your own product, your own event, your own whatever you're doing. You have to make a decision that you have to expect it to be top notch. You have to expect it to be prosperous. You have to expect it to be high grossing or whatever it is. But this nonchalant attitude of like, well, I que sera, whatever will be, will be. No. No, what will it be? What are you looking for it to be? And then what are you doing? Like you also, too, the other side of that is you can't just sit there and go, well, I'm not going to do anything. And I just, like somehow it needs to get put together. Well, that's just foolishness. There's no somehow something's going to get put together. The only way something is going to get put together and it's going to work is when you work hard and you are the one. You're at the helm. You're the one that's instructing everybody. You're the one that's leading and guiding, and you're the one that is the leader. Remember, you're leading people on your team, in your company. You're leading people to make your thing that you're doing a success, whatever that is. And so no one's going to love it like you do. I'm just telling you, no one is going to, it's like no one loves your child more than you. Because they came from you. And so that's like, can't mess with that. No one's going to, they might, want to do wonderful things for your kids, but you're like, at the end of the day, no one's going to love my kid more than I am. And so these are things to take into consideration when you are, coming up with an idea, when you are brainstorming some ideas, when you are brainstorming a business plan, like what does that look like? You're bringing people on so that you all can get together and make some great decisions on what does the plan look like for the business, timing wise, marketing wise, just in every possible way, setting up the company. How do you want to do it? Like what's involved in that? There's just so many questions and so many things that you have when you are starting a business. And what I love is that at Vision Possible, we've hit on probably every subject. So if you want to go back and watch, you got to go to XOTV and watch those episodes, because that's where the meat is. And I think it's a monthly fee of like $19 or something. But if you want to go back and watch those, listen, people pay thousands of dollars for coaching. You're going to get it for like a few bucks, and that you cannot beat. Trust me, you're not going to get a deal like we're giving for people that really want to grow, that really want to do something. It's exciting. That's what keeps us motivated and going strong. And what we do with Vision Possible is that we get to see people. We literally get to see people succeed in what it is that they're doing. Or like, it was so cool. We just the other day got a letter from somebody who said that I haven't started my vision yet, but I was nowhere near where I am now back when I first started watching you. Hey, listen, so if that's all that it's taken, is having somebody watching all of our teachings and at least got their excitement, it built their confidence and all that. Now just to start after it's been, I think we've been doing this on YouTube now for probably 7 months, but just to think 7 months. And we were doing live conferences for the last 4 years, but we went on YouTube, I believe it was 7 months ago, or maybe it could be 8 months ago. But it's just really cool to think that somebody now is in a different position because we said yes to going online and giving free teaching. Free. It's all been free. So that's really exciting. And I think that's the biggest gift that we get, is when people write us back and say like, hey, I was nowhere near where I am today, and I haven't actually started yet, but I'm ready. So I want to encourage you today. You might not have started. You might have already started. You might be right in the middle of it. You might be in the middle of the worst day of your life because something didn't go right. You might be in the middle of the best day of your life because everything went right. Whatever it is, we are here for you. And we believe in you, and we just want you to know that you are successful. You are a successful person. You're a visionary. Visionaries are successful. So I just want to plant that in your heart, that you are a successful person. As a matter of fact, I want you to say it right now. I am a successful person. Say it. I can't hear you. Okay, there, now you said it. But it's true. So I want to see you grow, and I want to see you go for the things that are exciting in life, the things that you've been literally, in your heart that you've been called to do. So I think that'll be great. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we are just so excited because we definitely feel that we are making a difference in your life, and that's all that matters. If it's just one of you, then I'm happy. I know there's more, but I'm just excited that we get to come and be a part of your life every single week on Vision Possible. So thank you so much, and we will see you back next week